Alright, hey guys, what's up? It's Eric from Tower Reviews, and today we're going to be doing a review on the LG Voyager against the LG enV Touch. Okay, so basically, as you can see, they're both made by the Verizon company and the LG manufacturer. Alright, these phones are pretty much the same if you look at them a quick glance, because they both have the external touch display, touch capacitive, but it's not like the iPhone. And when you open it up, there's a QWERTY keyboard and a nice internal display. As you can see, the quality, it's really good. Alright, differences on the phone is that this one has a button for a lock, and this one has a slide lever for a lock. See, I don't really like that because it is harder to operate with like one finger. I don't know, it's kind of weird. I just don't really like it that much. And another difference is the enV Touch's screens are a little bit larger, and they're really good resolution. And same with the inside, it's a little bit larger and better resolution too. The keyboard is a little bit different because see the spacebar right here? It cuts the bottom row of keys in half, which is a little bit different than the Voyager. And it has the spacebar on the sides of the bottom row. I prefer the Voyager's layout more because it is a little more friendly to the touch and it's a little easier to use when you're typing. Alright, now just to look around the phones, like overall, we have the Voyager to start off with. On the left side, there's the camera button, the unlock lever like I showed you before, and the volume rockers. On the right side, you have the micro SD slot, which you can pop open, and there's a place to put in a micro SD card. As you can see, there's one in there right now. And at the top, you have a 2.5mm headphone jack. That's going to limit you to having to buy an adapter to put your regular headphones into the device to listen to music. And both devices do have an MP3 player application, if you would like to call it. Okay, on the bottom of the front, you can see there's 3 hidden buttons: the end key, the clear key, and the send key. And on the back, there's a 2-megapixel camera with no flash, and the battery, which is opened with a simple hatch that you pull down. Alright, now looking around the exterior of the LG enV Touch, you can see on the left there's a camera key, volume rockers, and a lock button. And as you can see, the lock button is a little bit different than the Voyager, like I said before. On the front, there's 3 hidden keys, almost exactly like the Voyager: the end, clear, and send key. On the right side, same layout exactly, micro SD card, as well as the headphone jack, but this one, if you notice, is a 3.5mm headphone jack, so you can use your regular headphones. I'll give you a quick example. These are regular headphones that I got with my laptop, and they will plug right into the slot, which is really nice because you don't need to get an adapter or anything. Alright, on the back there is a 3-megapixel Schneider and Krelitsnock or whatever, it doesn't really matter, but it's a 3.2 megapixel camera with a flash and autofocus, I might add. It's got a cool like block design on the back, and it has the same way to get the battery out. Okay, now we're going to look at the front of the phones, but the software portion of them. We'll start with the enV Touch for a change. Okay, so the enV Touch has a different interface than the Voyager. As you can see, it says slide up to unlock, so you take your finger, slide up, revealing the internal screen. Then there's 5 applications along the bottom, as you can see, and you can click on any of them going into your applications. Now, the scrolling on the LG enV Touch is a little bit better than the Voyager, I might add, and I think the interface is a little bit better too. One thing to say is that the enV Touch is basically a predecessor, not a predecessor, the Voyager is the predecessor to the enV Touch, but they just didn't have the patent to call it the Voyager 2, okay? So basically, you slide up to unlock, and then you have all your different little applications on the bottom, and then you have this button on the side that you can move up and down, and then you can open it up, and it reveals all these applications that you have, like calendar, Bluetooth. They're just some of the examples. And when you want to put these out on your home screen, you can take them and drag them up to this area right here. You let go, You hit up there, and then you can see the calendar widget that is in the home screen now. And I already have a few widgets out here, including the clock and the memo widget, as well as the camera widget. Okay, that's the outside of the enV Touch, and now we're going to look at the outside of the Voyager. Okay, so the Voyager, one thing that people don't like is the touch to unlock button. It's sometimes a little unresponsive, but as you can see, once you open up the phone, it's almost the same interface as the enV Touch. It has the same, not the same, but it has some of the same applications on the bottom, and when you click them, it takes you into a similar menu. Now, as you can see, when you scroll, it goes really slow, which I think is one thing that the enV Touch has the upper hand on against the Voyager. Alright, so basically, it doesn't have any of the widgets or anything like the Voyager or like the enV Touch has, so that's one downfall as well. Okay, so basically, the shortcut menu in the enV Touch is a little bit different. You just click that little side button, remember? But if you click the center of the screen on the Voyager, it will open up like a quick little menu. You can see it's got different applications, but they're not able to be drug out onto the home screen, which is one different thing about it. Okay, now we're going to look at the inside. We'll go with the Voyager first. As you can see, the Voyager has a pretty nice internal display, my bad, and it has a nice QWERTY keyboard with good feedback. You can hear it. It has the D-pad over here, the send end keys, clear, speakerphone, and it has a cool FN key right here, where if you click that, it'll take you into an FN menu with all these different options. And basically, you're gonna find when I show you the enV Touch, it's gonna be almost exactly like it. Okay, now we're gonna look at the interior of the enV Touch. Alright, basically it has a little bit bigger display, and the menu's a bit different. The keyboard, as you can see, is very similar except for the spacebar, like I mentioned before. It has a mail key this time, so it will take you straight into a new text message. And it has this new thing which I like. It's a favorites key. If you click that, then you get all your favorites that you can set. Then you can click on them and have the options to do whatever you want with them. Alright, now I guess we'll look at the cameras. Now first off, you're not going to be able to see too well because this is a YouTube video, but the quality of the camera, trust me, is better on the enV Touch. There's a bunch more options too. You can use it open or you can use it closed. Some of the cool options are some of the different options are the different kinds of shots you can take, and that involves like intelligent, smile, name card reader, facial makeover, and panorama. They're all pretty cool, but it's not that big of a deal. Alright, so basically as you can see, the size of these phones are pretty much the same. They both have the clamshell design, and they're pretty much the same, but I would rate the enV Touch a little bit better than the Voyager. The Voyager is discontinued, and the enV Touch you'll be able to get for $200 with a $100 rebate in the Verizon store today. Thanks for watching.